Assalamu alaikum everyone, how are you? This is Muhammad Rayan Anis, and I'll be teaching you O-Levels English as part of the faculty at Illuminate Education System. So, let's discuss the paper pattern first. In paper 1, your paper 1 duration is 1 hour 30 minutes. Okay, please keep in mind that this is the syllabus for English 1123 for the examinations of October-November 2023. The syllabus changes next year, which at the time of recording this video is 2024. Okay, so this is how paper 1 will be conducted for October-November 2023. You'll have to answer 2 questions, the compulsory section question 1 and 1 question from section 2. In section 1, you have directed writing, which is for 30 marks. The total marks for the paper is 60 marks. Question 1 is 30 marks. Question 2 is 30 marks. In question 1, you have 1 compulsory writing task. You have to do it. You can't skip it. Otherwise, you'll lose marks. You'll lose 30 marks. So it can either be a report, article, letter, or speech. And your response has to be around 200 to 300 words. In the second question, you have composition, in which you're given 5 different essay titles. You have 1 descriptive, 2 argumentative, and 2 narrative essay titles. If your English is really good and your vocabulary is very expansive, then you can attempt the descriptive. Most students usually don't attempt the descriptive essay because they find it hard, so they go with the narrative or argumentative. In argumentative, you have to you'll be given an argument to prove, and you have to convince the examiner basically of what you're trying to say, and you have to consider both sides of your view. Cambridge always does this, whether it be English, Pakistan studies, etc. You always have to address both sides of the coin. And if you enjoy reading books a lot, then you can attempt the narrative essay. This, for those who read a lot, of storybooks, fiction, non-fiction, they'll find the narrative essay is easy. So your second answer has to be around 300 to 500 words. So let's move on to paper 2. Paper 2, there are also 2 sections, and this one is worth 50 marks, the whole paper. So you'll be given an insert in a separate sheet in which there is a passage, a text. For the first section, you have to do 2 things. You have to write a summary, and for that summary you have to write notes. You have to make notes. So you scan a text, and then they have 2 different themes, 2 different paragraphs of notes, right? 2 different things. They'll give the first point as an example, and then you have to take the points, extract the points from the text, and write it in note form. You don't have to use your own words here. You can basically copy from the text, but make sure you get every single point. And then once you do that, you have to write a summary using your notes. In your summary, you have to use your own words as much as you can. So just find synonyms for the words that are there. If some words you have to use that are in the text. So in the second section, reading for meaning, it's like basic comprehension. You'll be given 1 narrative passage, and then using that passage, you'll be given specific questions, and you have to attempt those questions. So both passages in section 1 and section 2, there will be approximately 700 words each, so a total of 1400 words. Now let's review a sample paper, a past paper from October-November 2022. If you're appearing in October-November 2023, then this will be like exactly 1 year for examination. So here we have the paper for October-November 2022, paper 1, variant 1. You'll have an answer booklet, which is enclosed here. So you have to answer 2 questions in total, like we discussed, section 1 and section 2. You have to answer 1 question. So, recently attended course, etc., etc. You have to write a school magazine article. You recently attended a course in your spare time, which you think other students might enjoy. It could be an educational course or a sporting course or any other kind of course. Your principal asks you to write an article about the course for the school magazine to encourage other students to join it. Write your school magazine article. So in October 2022, an article came. It could be a letter, it could be a report, it could be a speech, it could be anything. You must include the 3 points: what type of course it was and where it took place, details of the activity on the course you enjoyed the most and why, and how the course might benefit other students. Cover all 3 points above in detail. You should make your school magazine article informative and persuasive. Start your school magazine article with a suitable headline. So you have to convince the other students to enroll in the course because they might enjoy it. I would recommend for you to make 3 paragraphs addressing each point. And yeah, we'll practice past papers in the future, inshallah. This is section 2. So as you can see here, you have 5 different essay titles: 1 descriptive, 2 argumentative, and 2 narrative. You can choose whatever you want. Most students go for the argumentative or narrative. Fewer students go for the descriptive. It's your choice. And that is it. So let's go over how your paper 2 will be. So this is paper 2, variant 1, October-November 2022. So it says here, read passage 1, paper, in the insert and answer all the questions below. So now you have to open the insert. It's not in here. It will be given to you as a separate booklet. So this is the insert. So this is the whole passage. Paragraph 1, you can see the paragraphs are numbered on the left side and the line numbers are numbered on the right side. So you have to scan this text and you have to extract the points from it. Remember, you have to extract the points from it and then write them in your notes. See, you have one topic, like for your note taking. First production occurred in China and it was accidental. You have to keep it brief. You can write the summary from here. Make sure to address all the points and you can use words from the text. This question is worth 12 marks and the summary is worth for 10 marks. So that's a total of 22 marks. The remaining 3 marks are given in section 2, where you have a question and there will be 3 parts to it, like 1 for each passage. We'll go over that in a minute. And this is the second paragraph. The industry is heavily reliant on water. Now use your notes to write a summary and use your own words as far as possible. For the words you don't know that the words you must use, you can write them. So you have this question where you have you have to write down 1 piece of advice given by the writer from each paragraph. Paragraph 2, paragraph 4, and paragraph 5. Now let's come on to section 2, reading from meaning. This is your classic comprehension test. It tests your comprehension skills, which basically means how well can you extract the meaning from a text. So let's go over to the insert, and this is the passage 2. This is passage 2, a retirement adventure. Now often when you open these past papers online, they often have copyright restrictions, so we can't view the full text right now. But these are the questions according to the passage. So for 1 mark, it's for each mark you'll be given 1 line, because that's how long your answer will be. So as you can see, some questions are for 2 marks, some are for 1 mark. And then in the last question, like in every paper, question 8 in paper 2, it basically tests your vocabulary, how well you know words. So for example, let's do one. For each of the words and phrases below, circle letter A, B, C, or D, which has the same meaning that the word or phrase has in the passage. Part A is objected, line 5. So let's go to line 5. We can't go to line 5 right now because it's copyrighted. So that is how your paper will be. And this is one more question. You have to explain the meaning of each phrase and the effect of each phrase. So that was it. That was the introduction for English. I hope you know how your paper will come, how both papers will come, what type of questions can come. And so on the YouTube channel we'll have, so this is the plan. On the YouTube channel we'll practice past papers, inshallah. Other than that, we also have paid classes which are like an hour long, and you'll get individual attention through our Zoom classes. You'll get even on the YouTube channel, you'll get detailed formats for different types of questions. And we have a Discord server where you can connect with other students and where we'll communicate about homework and other stuff. The link will be in the description, inshallah. And as part of our online classes, you'll also have tests and homework to assess your understanding and skills so that you can see how much you've progressed. Right now, your English might be weak because you aren't used to it. It might be your second language. The way you can improve your English is through reading books, and that's what everyone tells you. And there's also there are many good websites, but there's one website that I particularly like, which you can use for improving your grammar, because that's what confuses a lot of people. So so this is Muhammad Rayanis signing off. See you all soon, inshallah. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.